because then burning a house is not the solution. You got to take my life. That's the only way. So I don't want to unnecessarily speculate on those kind of things. The investigation will show what went wrong. I have confided in no one about receiving threatening messages. Yes, I have received them, but I don't think I have confided or shared them with anyone. The response time to my house was about 2 hours. And they came and were not fully prepared, although they were gallant enough to try to do the best they could. I did not mention the LPRC did extremely well. There was another private service there, I'm trying to get their name. Honorable Musa Belete had a private service there that also did extremely well. So those two groups, while they arrived very late, were the most effective. But the fire service did all this. I think we need to have a professional system.
I'm not coming new to government, although in different positions, ran a public corporation that was credible. And I can tell you that I come to work not with friendship. I have friends, but there is a clear line of demarcation between friendship, family, and managing. With the experience that we come with a country that celebrates 176 years, and with the life of our people living below the poverty line, I don't think we come into government again to start thinking about our family, to start talking about, I think we come there to make sure that we give the Liberian people hope, and I'm committed to that. We start by making sure those people that we bring to cabinet are people of integrity. And secondly, want to make sure that even beginning with myself, we'll declare our assets and want to make sure that this is well known, the purpose of coming to government, to know that it's public service. And if you are not ready to serve the public, you can go elsewhere. But we want to make sure that we start on a clear note that the people of our country stood on line, they protected the votes, not to bring a team again that will do the same thing that the other people are doing or worse. So it's a clear message, declare your asset, make sure that we are prepared to. I'm not coming new to government.
Right.
Although in different positions, I ran a public corporation that was credible. And I can tell you that I come to work not with friendship. I have friends, but there is a clear line of demarcation between friendship, family, and managing. With the experience that we come with a country that celebrates 176 years, and with the life of our people living below the poverty line, I don't think we come into government again to start thinking about our family, to start talking about, I think we come there to make sure that we give the Liberian people hope, and I'm committed to that.
So when you put me at the helm of Liberia, then people start saying, look at the story of Liberia, like people talking Rwanda today. But right now, don't lift your hope too high. Things will get nasty, things will get dirty, because nothing's going to change. Even if you made Jesus Christ Minister of Finance, nothing can change. Nothing will change because the expense is looking you in the face. You have to fund everything.
I see in the next few months a noisy country, a very noisy country, rowdy country, a heavily divided country, a very tough economy, a sense of elitism by those who are coming at the helm of authority. The coming in of the Unity Party is going to multiply the economic woes, the economic conundrum, the economic quagmire, the suffering of the Liberian people is going to multiply. We are not prophets of doom, but the reality will come.
A training of 10,000 people, young people in IT in 6 months by President Boyka, we think is a joke. Clearly, it's not realizable. Training in IT, you don't, first thing first, 10,000 people. Where are you going to gather them in the first place to train them? Let's assume you're not going to gather them to train them. Let's assume you're going to stay to your houses to be trained. So that means government is saying it's going to have constant electricity, it's going to have internet availability, or it's going to provide solar to the beneficiaries. That make that program extremely expensive. And then you can't train anybody in IT in 6 months. What we need to do is to establish STEM education in our existing schools that already have brick and mortar, that already have students sitting in the school.
Yeah, man, communication will be on the floor. Hopefully on Tuesday or Thursday, we're going to impeach President Bouaka. President Bouaka has convinced us in 1 month that he cannot steer the affairs of this country. So we are already working with our lawyers. As soon as possible today, we're going to be working on that all day. Hopefully tomorrow it should be on the floor. If not there tomorrow, and the impeachment of the president will be on the floor on Thursday by God's grace. So we're going to make sure that we impeach President Bouaka. President Bouaka has shown to us in 1 month that he cannot manage this country. See what has happened 2 times. The president has not represented Liberia or Liberia. We have our other African presidents now who just went over the weekend. We have a serious issue around the region that is going on. And presidents have gone to make decisions about our region. Our president is not there again. A few days ago, the president also sent the foreign affairs minister to go and represent Liberia. What is happening? In Armed Forces Day, the president could not go to have this program. There are a lot of things happening. There are a lot of breach of issues. They are breaking the law in just many places. Just making a lot of phony appointments. The president just made an open statement that they should generally audit the Central Bank of Liberia. Yes, it is good.
God willing, 2029 we'll be back. The battle has just started. The Tarafa, we were there before and we'll be there. Sometimes it's good to get the opponent chance. In less than 100 days, they made so many mistakes. I'll tell you, if you have election today, CDC will win overwhelmingly. But don't give up. This is the biggest test that God has given you to see whether or not you are resilient. And I know citizens are resilient. And I want to ask you to keep the faith. We are together. As chairman of the CZ Legislative Caucus, by the directive of this great party, we shall keep the feet of the government to the fire. You know, the good thing is we were there before. We understand the rudimentary of running government, and they made so many mistakes. They just made less than 100 days, they have made so many mistakes.